this Zamboni, this big floating six-pack out on the ice. Terry O.J. is the driver of the machine tonight. Terry, this is quite something. Can you tell us, first of all, what does the Zamboni do?
Well, it resurfaces the ice, so when the stars come out, it'll be a smoother. We can't fill up all the cracks on one pass, so we try to fill up most of the cracks as we go with the hot water.
Well, it's hot water. You know, everybody sees this thing, this big six-pack going down the ice. It could be beer for all we know, but it is hot water, eh? Why is it hot water, not cold?
Well, hot water, it dries up a lot faster than cold water. It's like if you stick ice cubes in the ice box, you know, hot water, it gets cold faster. It's hard.
Okay, every now and then we see you hitting this thing, going up and down. What does that do with the machine?
That just keeps the snow from piling up from underneath so that it doesn't jam up, and then we have a big freeze up underneath the carriage. So then that way it keeps everything moving fast.
How fast can this thing go? How long does it take you to the ice?
How fast it goes, it can go about 7 miles an hour. It takes us about 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes to make it.
How about if this thing had like a big header on it, a turbocharged engine? How fast could you get going then?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't know if Dave Westby would like that, but we have probably might hit 15 easy.
Do you ever get the desire when you're going up and down the ice here to just, you know, ram right through the inboards?
Well, yeah, we try not to, but sometimes we do it, a mistake, but our carpenter upstairs wouldn't like that too much.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed it. Here's the Zamboni machine. We see it all the time. That's what it does. Dick, back to you.
We thought earlier today that we'd have Wally Shaver drive the Zamboni, but we thought it would be nice to get the second period started before 9 o'clock tonight, so we decided to do it the way that we did. We'll be back with more of our first intermission in just a moment.
Sally, Bert, you busy tonight? You're lost. Debbie? Bert? Lori? Bert? Judy? Cindy? Kathy? Buffy?
When you have a lot of local calls to make, it's nice to have a Northwestern Bell card.
Hi, Mom. Bert. Bert.
Your Northwestern Bell card. Use it for local calls, too.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Hey, give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
No, Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
It's a wild place.
Here's your chance to win those 2 North Star tickets if you can name that former North Star. 854-7074, the number to call. We wore number 12 from years past. And the 2 tickets are for Saturday's game against the Philadelphia Flyers, one of the top teams in the National Hockey League. But we've got a tough one tonight, I think. That former North Star at 854-7074. 4 other games in progress in the National Hockey League, a couple of others getting started a little bit later on. Let's get you caught up to date as to what else is happening around the National Hockey League. As we mentioned before, everybody in the Norris Division will play before this night is out. And here's what's happened so far. Buffalo and the Rangers playing a big game. The Rangers have really been struggling lately. They are 3 points behind Pittsburgh in the Patrick Division, but right now they have the lead over Buffalo 2-1 in the second period. Gilbert Perreault has the only goal for Buffalo. Sandstrom and Rogers have scored for the Rangers. The Rangers really need to start putting it together, and they're taking on a tough Buffalo team, and right now have a 1-goal lead. Also in the second period, Washington and Pittsburgh tied at 3 apiece. The Penguins have beaten some awfully good teams, most notably and most recently the Edmonton Oilers. Right now they've got Washington tied up 3 apiece. Davey Christian with his 16th of the year. Doug Shedden's 21st. Alan Howarth, the guy who killed the North Stars the other night, got his 13th. Mike Gartner's 27th for Washington. Rod Busquets' 2nd and Mario Lemieux's 14th tied it up for Pittsburgh. It's 3-3 in the second period. Pittsburgh, by the way, outstanding at home this year, 12-7-3. Philadelphia and Detroit in the second period, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead over the Flyers. Of course, Philadelphia up next for Minnesota. But Darryl Sittler's 6th goal of the year has given Detroit a 1-0 lead. Detroit trying to break a 7-game losing streak. The Blackhawks have busted out over the Winnipeg Jets. 4-0 still in the first period. Bobby McMillan's 5th, Steve Larmer's 26th, Ed Olczyk's 10th, and Patterson's 3rd goal of the year, a shorthanded goal, have given Chicago a big lead, so the North Stars are hoping that Winnipeg can get back into it. The Jets have been struggling a little bit as of late as well. A couple of other games getting started a little bit later on. The Islanders in Edmonton, and Toronto and Los Angeles will get started in just about an hour. The North Stars find themselves down 1-0 to St. Louis here at the Met Center. Of course, the North Stars trying to get revenge for the loss just 6 nights ago here at the Met Center when St. Louis beat them 5-3. But St. Louis got a goal midway through the period by Doug Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser, who had a good playoff against Minnesota last year, comes up with the first goal of the game tonight, his 13th of the year. The North Stars got caught on a 3-on-1. Joey Mullen breaking in on Roland Melanson, who had to come in and poke the puck away, but Wickenheiser was there to flip a backhand into the net, and that's the only goal of the period. Melanson was sharp. He had to come up with several big saves. This breakaway by Tim Bothwell. Melanson coming out and knocking the puck off Bothwell's stick with his stick, and that thwarted a St. Louis scoring opportunity. The North Stars getting a number of good scoring opportunities, but Mike Liut again was big right out in front. Solheim with a quick wrist shot, and Liut was there to stop it and kick it away, and the St. Louis defense there to clear the puck away. So the summary on the period, Doug Wickenheiser's 13th goal of the year, midway through the period at 10:31. The North Stars out shooting St. Louis 12-8. So the North Stars find themselves down by 1 after the first period. Now to touch back on that major story, again, the lease being extended to 20 years between the North Stars and the Metropolitan Sports Facilities Commission. It's a 20-year agreement. It gives the North Stars and their owners, George Gund and Gordon Gund, full operating license over the Met Center and its parking facilities, and the parking will be expanded here by 14 acres. And again, this has taken a long time to get hammered out, and you can bet that both parties are very happy to get this solved. In return, the Gunds have agreed to spend a minimum of $3 million over the next 3 years to expand and improve the Met Center and its parking lot. Now, the expansion plans are very elaborate, and they start perhaps as early as next year with a brand new scoreboard here at the Met Center. John Carr said today that the improvement plans have not been finalized, but they will include, and we're quoting here, adding up to 1,800 permanent seats, 400 temporary seats, private boxes, expanded lobbies and concourses, more restrooms, improved acoustics, better graphics, and possibly a new private club. So the Met Center will indeed get a facelift over the next 3 years, but the important thing, I'm sure all of you will agree, is the fact that the lease has been extended and the North Stars will be here for 20 years. That decision finally reached today here at the Met Center, and it is definitely a very major development here at the Met Center. Let's take a look and see what's happening with the North Stars schedule. Again, the Philadelphia Flyers coming up in just a couple of days on Saturday. Tim Kerr, Brian Propp, and Tim Young, the former North Stars, playing with the Flyers right now. They're coming to town Saturday night, and we'll have all the action for you live at 7:30, so join us on Spectrum Sports. Now let's go upstairs to Frank and Fred.
Well, Dick, the news from inside the Met Center is that Wally Shaver has made it safely back to the storage area where they keep the Zamboni, and he'll rejoin you in the